When a crime occurs, one of the first things that the police do is take down any eyewitness reports. If witnesses get a clear look at the perpetrator, the police will then use an artist to try and create a drawing of them based on the descriptions. Sometimes they are very accurate, but that's not what we're discussing today. Today we're looking at the police drawings that just disturbed people, the ones that they just couldn't get out of their head after seeing them. Now you know what you're in for with this video. Let's get into it. My name is Danny Burke. This is the top 10 scary police drawings. Starting off at number 10 now, we have the Zodiac killer. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of this one. This unidentified killer is thought to be responsible for around 30 murders in Northern California during the late 60s and early 70s. This was the famous sketch based on witness reports. Sinister, but not that scary. However, not many people know about the hooded sketch. Brian Hartnell was a survivor of an attack thought to be done by the Zodiac killer. His description of the murderer was very different. He said the murderer was wearing a black executioner's type hood with a bib-like device on his chest that had a white 3x3 inch cross symbol on it. He looked a little bit like a Templar knight. This was the police sketch handed out to the public. I found this one on Reddit where people described it as absolute nightmare fuel. I think that's a fair assessment. Moving on now to number 9, we have Mr. Cruel. This is where things get really serious. Mr. Cruel was the nickname for an Australian child rapist who attacked 3 girls in Melbourne in the late 80s and early 90s. He has never been found since, mainly because he was very careful and meticulous with his attacks. He famously always wore a tailored balaclava. Because of this, the police sketches are of just the balaclava, and they were terrifying. In the years since then, nobody has identified Mr. Cruel. Police have searched 30,000 homes and interviewed 27,000 suspects over the attacks. There is currently a 300,000 Australian dollar reward for information leading to the arrest of Mr. Cruel. Next up at number 8 now, we have the Lake BODOM murderer. On the 5th of June 1960, 3 Finnish teenagers were found dead on the shores of Lake BODOM in Finland. There was one survivor with them, 18-year-old Niels Gustafsson, and he said the group was attacked by a black-faced figure with glowing red eyes who bludgeoned the others to death. Niels was badly beaten but managed to survive. These were the police sketches of the murderer. His deep-set brow made him rather unique looking. Surely someone around must have seen this man. Perhaps even more creepy was this picture that was taken at one of the funerals for the victim. Some say this man in the middle looks remarkably like the police drawings we took a look at earlier. Next up at number 7 now, we have the PEEPER. In March 2016, police in Citrus Heights, California scared the community when they released this sketch of a suspect. It was part of an investigation into a local window peeper. Now, for those innocent minds watching, a window peeper is someone who literally takes a peep through a stranger's window hoping they catch them in, shall we say, a compromising position. It's no laughing matter though, as this man was thought to be connected to a sexual assault in the area. The picture went viral online, with many people creeped out by the man's alien-like appearance and those huge yellow eyes. Moving on to number 6 now, we have Tristan Brubeck's killer. Tristan Brubeck was a 14-year-old German kid murdered in 1998. His body was found in Frankfurt's Liederbach tunnel. His throat had been cut from ear to ear. Parts of his body had been removed. The details get even more gruesome from there. He had last been seen alive just 2 hours before. Witnesses in the area had reported seeing a man bending over something in the tunnel where Tristan was found. Based on their reports, police released this sketch of what the suspect looks like. The picture is quite startling enough, but people also found it creepy when the suspected person that was caught looked nothing like this police sketch. Next up at number 5 now, we have the Connecticut River Killer. In the mid-1930s, a suspected serial killer murdered at least 6 women along the New Hampshire-Vermont border. All of the women were attacked in the Connecticut River Valley, hence the nickname. One woman, Jane Broski, survived the attack. The killer stabbed her 27 times, leaving her for dead. She was 7 months pregnant at the time. Somehow she managed to crawl to her car. She managed to struggle inside and drove 2 miles down the road to her friend's house. To her absolute horror, she realized that she was actually driving behind the killer for most of the way there. Luckily, she and her baby survived. Based on her description, police released this sketch of the suspect. In the years since then, there have been a number of leads, but nothing solid, and to this day, the murder remains officially unsolved. Next up at number 4 now, we have the Night Stalker. This was the nickname given to Richard Ramirez, an American serial killer who terrorized LA and San Francisco in the mid-1980s by breaking into people's houses to rape, abuse, and kill them. Now this was the creepy picture police released in their search for him based on witness accounts. The creepy image was burned into the brains of Californians. Ramirez actually noticed a group of elderly Mexican women fearfully pointing at him and saying he was the killer. He then turned around and saw his face on the covers of the newspaper rack and fled the store he was in panic. He was eventually caught though and sentenced to death, but ended up dying of cancer in 2013. Moving on to number 3 now, we have Derrick Todd Lee. He was also known as the Baton Rouge serial killer after murdering 7 women between 1992 and 2003. The police investigation didn't really go well at first. Prior to his murder charges, Lee had actually been arrested for stalking women and watching them in their homes. Despite this, he was initially overlooked by police who believed the killer they were looking for was white. After DNA tests came through, they altered their suspect profile. Police released this sketch of the suspect. It's gone down as one of the most striking police drawings ever. Lee was eventually caught thanks to DNA testing, which linked him to the scene of 2 crimes. Next up at number 2 now, we have the disappearance of ZEBB Quinn. He was an American teenager who went missing on January 2nd, 2000 in Asheville, North Carolina. Now Quinn was 18 years old and was not seen after finishing his shift at Walmart that day. His car was discovered several days later in a restaurant parking lot. It was found with its headlights on, a live puppy inside, and a drawing of a pair of lips and an exclamation mark scrawled on the back window. The case was a total mystery for police. One of the only things to go on was an eyewitness description of a person who was seen driving Quinn's car. This was that sketch that was released. It's a pretty creepy looking face by any account. In the end, police finally arrested Robert Jason Owens, one of Quinn's co-workers, in 2017, a full 17 years after the murder took place. And finally, number 1 now, we have the skull. This one is more of a reconstruction than a drawing, but I'm going to put it on the list anyway. In May 2007, a dog discovered a skull near Tulsa, Oklahoma. Investigators have been trying since then to determine the identity of the victim. Police enlisted the help of forensic artist Harvey Pratt to reconstruct the face of the victim based on the skull. This was the result of that. A number of people online questioned the disturbing expression on the person's face. Some speculated it was just a poor reconstruction and not intentional. The report indicated the victim could be Native American, between the ages of 25 and 45, and likely a male, although the skull exhibits some female characteristics. Well, that was quite a different video, don't you think? Police drawings are an interesting part of fighting crime, but I wonder if they might become a thing of the past with technology improving these days. Maybe police drawings are already a thing of the past. For now though, we can still do a part 2 if that's what you'd like. Alright, quick outfit change now for some quick comments. I'm taking these from my scary images NASA sent to aliens video. Jonia Smithia said, I hope that NASA aren't being cruel to those aliens. Well, I hope so too, but I'm also not sure if they've actually found any yet. That's kind of the whole point with them sending out these images into space. They're hoping that these potential aliens will find them. There's no real way to even be mean to aliens yet, unless one of the images we send is like teasing their mum, like a picture of their mum covered in cow dung. What the hell am I actually talking about? Aquatic said, this is literally asking for Independence Day. LeMayo. Yeah, for those of you that haven't seen Independence Day, it's the one where the aliens come to Earth to conquer us, but Will Smith saves the day. Great movie, but I think the point Aquatic is making is that we can avoid an alien invasion altogether by doing one simple thing: shutting up. This is a genuine concern that some people have. We keep sending out probes and rovers and images and radio waves way out into deep space. We're trying to let aliens know that we're here in the hopes that they are friendly, but what if they're not? We basically invited the galactic neighborhood bully to come and beat us up. Well done, NASA. Maraz Moat says, well, maybe their eyes work in a different way. Maybe they can't read anything from these pictures. That's a very good point. These are images, but right now that's pretty much the only way we know how to communicate. We've also sent audio recordings out into space, but humans are kind of constrained by how we communicate, you know? If aliens communicate by, I don't know, making hydrogen particles vibrate with their mind, well, we can't do that. So there's no hope of us communicating in that way. We use our eyes, our ears, our mouths, and our whole bodies to communicate communicate. We just have to hope that aliens can understand that. ADD Queen says if they are anything like us, we might have to be worried that they'll come and invade us, but on the other hand, what would we do if we found life on another planet that would be less advanced than us? I'm so glad that you asked this, because that's something I've always thought about since I was a kid. Why are the aliens always portrayed as more advanced than us? Why can't we be the advanced ones? Well, there's a lot of theories about this that you can find online, discussed by people a lot smarter than I am. I did hear one though which talks about how young our solar system and galaxy is compared to some others in the universe, and that if aliens come from one of the older ones, they would have way more time to evolve and advance. That's a pretty decent theory. What's yours? Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Danny Burke, and I will see you all in the next video.